Alexa, how's the weather?
Currently, in Radcliffe it's 8 degrees with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect cold temperatures, with a high of 17 degrees and a low of -2 degrees.
This is your boy Shaka252 bringing you another video. It's been a little while since I posted a video. First off, Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first video of the year. And real quick, I really didn't have any ideas. I didn't have any ideas on what video to do, you know what I'm saying? Because as you can see at the beginning of the video, man, the weather is stupid. It's stupid cold over here in Kentucky right now. But I turned it into a Q&A video, and what I did was I just wrote down a bunch of the questions that people asked me. They either DM me, sent me emails, or wrote in the comments at the bottom of my video. So I'm gonna jump into the first question. First one was, what do you do for a living? I'm a government contractor for the Army. There's no punchline like that. That's what it is. I'm a government contract for the Army. Question: what mods have you done so far? The only mods I've done, of course, you know, I did the custom badges for the Scat Pack, the old catch can. I had a custom cover made for my for the coolant reservoir. The door seals, I got vinyl in the Scat Pack vinyl in the door seals. I have a vinyl Scat Pack logo on the gas door, and I got a mid muffler delete. I got speakers. I hooked up a subwoofer in the back, but other than that, that's pretty much all the mods I've done on the car so far. Next, what future mods do I plan to have? Nothing major, because I don't want to. The sun is bright. I don't want to mess up my warranty at all. So I'm gonna tread softly on what mods I do. But the future mods I plan to have, I want to get the taser to unlock the SRT pages. I want to do that, and definitely I'm going to upgrade my wheels and tires. I'm going to do that. It'll be sometime this year, maybe March. I'm thinking March, April. I'll probably work on that, but if I get them before then, I'll just hold them until, you know, the weather figures itself out and gets warmer. But yeah, so far the only mods I plan on doing is hopefully get a taser, and then I'll upgrade my wheels and tires. I won't say what kind of wheels I'm gonna get, but you know, I think the look that I'm going for will be pretty good, because the look I'm going for, I haven't seen a Scat Pack in this color with the wheel color and combination that I'm looking at. Anyway, go to the next one. How fast have you gone in the Scatty? In your Scatty? My top speed, I hit 145, and that was in Mexico, of course. I was down in Mexico, and I hit 145. That's the highest or the fastest I've been in my car. Next one is, what do you use to make beats? I use a Fruity Loops Producer Studio 11. So I use an older model of Fruity Loops to make my beats. I've been using Fruity Loops since 2002, maybe. I think it was around 2002. Before that, it was hardware. I had a beat machine called a Boss DR5, and I loved that thing. But I've been doing music a long time. I'm 34 now, and I was probably, oh man, 16 when I started doing it. I started out rapping first. I was doing a rapping thing, and it was kind of like I got burnt out from it, and then I I had tunes in my head, but I didn't know what to do with it. And then my little cousin showed up one day with a beat machine. He didn't know what to do with it. When I got it, I was like, man, this is it. So I totally like separated myself from writing rhymes and stuff like that. I just started making beats, and it's been on. I love old school music. I've always loved old school music, and I like sampling. Sampling is like that's my bread and butter right there. But I can make original beats if I have to. Move on to the next one. Who have I worked with in music? I don't know if what that means as far as people that's mainstream. I guess the only major person I can think of is probably J. Cole. Y'all call him J. Cole, I call him Jermaine. I've been knowing J. Cole for a while. His best friend used to work with me at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. He used to work at Enterprise back in the day. This was like 2000, 2002, 2003. I was in college at the time. I was going to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. I was going to A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I worked part-time at Enterprise, man. I used to clean cars and do my thing, doing that, making my money on the side. And J. Cole's best friend named RJ, he worked there, and he used to play these beats. This dude was rapping, and the beats were all right. And then I heard this dude rapping. I was like, yo, who was that? He was like, man, that's my boy Cole. It's my boy Cole. So, but long story short, Jermaine used to come down to A&T's homecoming, man, and used to link up. And it was cool. So I've been knowing the homie since then. And he told me last time I had seen him around that time frame, he said, man, I know somebody that knows somebody that know Jay-Z, and I'm gonna make it happen. And if you are a J. Cole fan, his mixtape was called The Come Up. He handed me, when I met him at a McDonald's, the McDonald's parking lot off of West Wendover Avenue in Greensboro, North Carolina. I met him out there before he headed back to New York. He handed me a huge stack of those mixtapes. He handed them to me. He was like, man, you can sell them, do whatever you got to do, but hand them out. I'm gonna make it happen. I was like, bet. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sell it, of course. I was just handing it out. And sure enough, some few years later, I get a call from RJ. RJ is screaming, going crazy, like, yo, man, we on. Cole got signed to The Rock. I was like what? I mean, it was unreal, because this dude, when J. Cole rapped like on that first album, he was talking about $1 in a dream, like he ain't had no money. Like, yo, that was real talk. The homie did not have any money at all. He didn't have any money at all. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, but he, since after he got signed, I was at A&T's homecoming, and they were at the same party I was at, and they had blocked everybody off. And I seen RJ, seen Cole, they waved me in, and I walked right up to him, dapping them up, like, damn, man, like, you got on, like you said you were gonna do it. It's crazy. And everybody was looking at me like, how do you just walk up to Jay? Like, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? But what they didn't realize was I knew the homie from a while back, but he's still humble, man. The last time I talked to him, but I made beats, man. I blew up his email. He told me, he was like, yo, Shaka, he was like, you sent me like 200 beats every week. But he was like, man, I want to be known as a producer and a rapper. So for everybody else that don't know about music, he basically told me, I don't want to use your beats because I want people to look at me as I'm a beat maker and I rap on my own beat, so I don't need any help. And I respect gang, because I probably would have done the same thing. But the homie's still humble. Like, I still got it. I still have, like, back in the day, he didn't even have a cell phone. He was giving people his email address. Back in the day, his email was Blaza, BLAZA 15 at yahoo.com. That was all he had. You know what I'm saying? If you asked for his contact, he gave you an email address, and it was at Blaza 15 at yahoo.com. Of course, it doesn't work anymore now, so I can spit that out. But yeah, but moving on, I work with a lot of local artists. Shout out to my boy Big Bank Tank, my cousin Edward Hall, aka J7. He taught me how to work Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? He really put me on. He taught me how to make Fruity Loops. I'm trying to hurry up because this video, I don't want to make this video stupid long. J7 taught me how to make beats. Like as far as with Fruity Loops, he taught me how he gave me my foundation. Maestro, aka JP, aka A Flat. You know what I mean? He was another guy, you know, from back home that made beats. I looked up to him in ways because he rapped too. As far as his music, man, I'm gonna get to present time. I linked up with Psycho Drew. Psycho Drew is with with CT Fletcher's camp. He used to be with CT Fletcher's camp. I linked up with him, and long story short, I ended up making beats for CT Fletcher on the albums that he's selling on iTunes right now. If you go to iTunes and type in CT Fletcher, there's like probably 18 to 20 songs where it's not really songs. Majority of it is my beats, and CT is just talking his smack over beats. You know what I'm saying? I was making a little bit of money off of that, but you know that kind of fell through after a while. I think they did a second album, and it you know, I just went up, you know, I did my thing. I wanted to add it to my resume, so I moved on. But since then, if you know Cali Muscle, the big homie Cali Muscle, you know what I'm saying, he's got a guy that he sponsored named Miller Muscle, and shout out to Miller Muscle as well. And I'll put his link right here. Check out Miller Muscle. Miller Muscle does workout videos as well, and I make beats for his videos. And real soon, I hope it's cool that I put it out, but me and Miller Muscle, we're gonna put out something kind of similar to Cali Muscle, how he put out a little workout video where he's like, Cali Muscle's not a rapper, but he's rapping over these dope beats, and Miller Muscle is gonna go in that same lane, and we're gonna try to make it happen. So that's big things coming up. So hopefully I'll be part of Team Hyphy real soon, officially. But there's guys out here also that do car review videos. Another guy, everybody knows, SRT Mush. That's the homie. He shouted me out recently. I made beats for him. I make beats for his channel, MDG Collections, FP2000, the Black Scat Pack, the homie D Frank down in Alabama, Brew Motor Productions out in Cali, the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? I send beats to him. If I'm forgetting anybody's name, I can't remember, but I reach out to everybody because I used to be sitting back looking at these videos, man, like, man, the videos are good, but like something is missing. So I'll reach out like, hey, look, I got beats, whatever, see what you can do with it. Or is your gas mileage? City, I can get maybe 18. I'll say 18 to 20. It say 18 to 21. But highway, I can get between, I'll say 25 to 30. I'll get 25 to 30 on the highway as far as gas mileage. If I put it on cruise control and just roll, actually is actually not bad. Even the city driving isn't bad at all. It's just it's partially me. I'll just keep it real. It's mainly me, man, because I hit on the gas. You know how it is, just hearing that sound of that engine. All right, this is the last one. Last question. Any issues so far in your Scat Pack? Two things. The Uconnect, I'll say three things. The very first thing, when I first got this car, the sound system, the speakers in the back, they were garbage. They were clicking, popping, snapping, making noises. And I was like, man, I really hate that I gotta go back to the dealership again. But anyway, I bought a subwoofer and an amp. I got it installed. Haven't had any issues since. So I left that alone. Second issue is the Uconnect. The Uconnect will freeze, the screen will freeze. I'll hook up my phone. It won't connect. Sometimes it will connect, and the response is slow. I'll press buttons. It was bad when I first got it, but now it's kind of working out the kinks where it's not doing it, because I figured out if you hold the top right corner of your screen, hold it down for, I guess, 10 seconds, 10-12 seconds, and let it go, it actually reboots your Uconnect. And I've done that a few times, and it actually helped out. Third thing is the transmission. it does this thing. I know the transmission is kind of funky anyway, how it changes gears. There's always switching gears all the time. But first thing in the morning, if I drive my car to work, the first thing that it does when I take off, first gear, it'll, like, you know how it goes, you'll drive and the tack hand goes up and then it'll drop when you go to second gear. Mine will, like, it'll sound almost like I had it in manual, had it in first and punched it. It'll rev up stupid high and then it'll drop down to second and shift gears normal. It'll do that. It'll do that one time, and that's when I first take off. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if it'll do it right now, just to see. Did you hear it? It does that. I'm not sure if my phone picked that up, but it'll rev up stupid high in first gear, and then it'll go ahead and shift gears normal. See, it sounds. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna hold it wide so it won't jump around. Hopefully my phone picked that up, because my car does that, and it's typically if it's really cold outside in the mornings. My car does that. But after it does that, if I get to where I'm going, stop, park, leave, turn the car off, whatever, I get back in the car, it'll never do it again until like the next morning, if I drive my car the very next morning. That's the only time it does that. As you can hear it, I was just at a stop sign and you don't hear that sound anymore. I have no idea what it is, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. So I know eventually I'm gonna have to take it. I'm gonna have to take it to the dealership, you know, and get them to check it out, because it's take it back to the crib. I had a lot of wheel spin that time. It's so freaking cold. It's like 12 degrees right now. All right, back at the house. I had to see if it picked up on the camera. Hopefully it did, so you can hear how that first gear sounds. But let me see if that's the last question. Any issues on the Scat Pack? Yeah, that's basically it, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs down. However, I am not RP Productions or Street Speed 717. They got that charisma, all that. I don't have all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I just give you straight up, this is what it is. Similar to Tall Guy Car Reviews. You know what I mean? It's just like straight up, like, this is what it is. This is my super honest opinion. This isn't like a politically correct. I don't have the politically correct answers and know about intricate details like RP and Street Speed 717 and all those other guys that have big channels. But this is what it is. I'll keep it real. Like, I won't pretend like this car is super perfect, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I didn't even care for Dodge at all. Like, the Challengers look good. I was like, man, but it's a Dodge. I don't want to mess with it. But then, like I said, when I found out about the Scat Pack, and the SRT and Hellcats, I was like, oh my God, like, if I stick my neck out there to buy a Dodge, it has to be the one with the big motor. It has to be the 6.4 392. You know what I'm saying? Like, those V6 Chargers and Challengers and stuff, just a dime a dozen, man. They everywhere. You see them all. But if you do happen to see a Daytona Scat Pack or SRT or a Hellcat ride around, it's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, the big boys are here. So it's like all the V6s, like, I don't know. It is what it is, man. Do what you do. At the end of the day, it's all Mopar family, so, you know, but it's cool. But I'm just saying, me personally, since I was gonna stick my neck out there to buy a Dodge, I never thought I was gonna buy a Dodge, but I was like, it had to be the one with the big motor. This car is ferocious. I love it, and I think April will be a year that I had this car. The time flew by. It doesn't seem like I had a car this long already, but yeah. But as much gas as I put in it, yeah, it's definitely letting me know. But it's worth it though. It's definitely worth it. And if you wondering about this hat, yes, I found this hat in my closet, and this is the warmest hat ever. That's why I was like, man, because it's brutal out here, man. But anyway, that's all I got. Like I said, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, whatever, do what you got to do. Shout me out. I'm on Instagram, Shaka252, or at Shaka252. And just keep tuning in, man. Hit the bell symbol. There's a little bell icon to let you know whenever I post a video. Some of you guys probably already did it already. But shouts out to everybody, man. I'm not gonna go down the whole list, but off top of my head, MDG Collections, man. Shouts out to you, man. And Brew Motor Productions, they've been with me. I've been rolling with them for a while. Well, I've been following their videos for a while, and then we, you know what I'm saying, we connected through the DMing and talking and all that good stuff, man. Those are my people in the Black Scat Pack. I feel like that's my family too, man, cause I watched his videos for a long time, way before I got the Scat Pack. Oh man, I can't even think of everybody else. Everybody else, man, like I said, this your boy Shaka252, and I'm out.
Shaka on the beats.